You have all seen the thumbnail, so let us get straight into it. Now, a few days ago, I made a video talking about robocy and how it is going to affect our society in the future. I talked about natural selection and the fact that a lot of guys who give into this, who are going to be busting a bunch of loads into robot semen extractors, let's call them that, they aren't going to reproduce. Their genetic and basically bloodline is just going to end right there. And surprisingly, a lot of people commented saying that that's what they want. They want the easy way out. These robots aren't going to cheat on them and hurt their feelings, so they are pretty much perfectly fine with it. And that's just kind of sad. Like, some of them also was acting like I was telling them what to do, and that's not true at all. In none of my videos I really come off as I'm telling you how to live your life or what you should and shouldn't do. I'm just giving my opinion, and you can do with that what you will. So anyway, before we get fully into the video, I want to say thank you for the 27 brand new subscribers to the channel. Now, a lot of people will hear the number 27 and they'll think, oh, you know, that's not even a lot. Listen, every single number counts, and many of the huge YouTubers that you know right now were in my position at one point or the other. So thank you guys for every single one of you, the new subscribers, and if you are here and you agree with my takes, go ahead and keep hitting that subscribe button. Anyway, let's get into this comment here. So this is the main comment. I don't want you guys going and harassing this guy. We're just gonna make a bit of fun of what he said. You know, we're gonna laugh at it a little bit, but it's not to send hate his way or anything like that. Okay, so anyway, this guy says, I have a non-robotic version of one of these. He has the non-robotic version, so he doesn't have the fully upgraded, maxed out cyberpunk version yet. He has the basically the stiff like a board, probably dead body type of version, whatever. Anyway, so he says, yeah, I have one of these, and they can't divorce you, they can't take your stuff. No game is required to put it in the butt. They can't cheat on you or spend all your money on clothes. You can also get one to suit your visual preferences. Now, here's the thing. As I said before, man, like, if that's the life that you want to live, that's the life that you want for yourself, then have at it. You know, do your thing, right? Like, if you're happy and you're not hurting anybody, I am glad for you. But as long as you understand what the consequences to these actions are, that's all I'm saying. Just think about that, because the reality is you're not gonna grow past this if you get fully engulfed in it, if you get fully absorbed by it. If you think that that's all you need is to be able to bust into something that appears to be female, I'm telling you, it's not good for you in the long run. We're gonna get into this more further, but I don't want to just like stray away too much from the comment. So anyway, he continues to say, the part about you saying, the part about paying for OnlyFans and such is mostly wrong and illogical. The reason why we buy these things is because we want fun times and intimacy without the problems modern women present. Paying for someone else to have fun times in front of you, also known as sneakoing, doesn't fulfill that bodily function. The dolls also have a heat and heartbeat function, so they're not exactly cold pieces of plastic as you say they are. Now here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I really want you to understand this. The intimacy that you claim you're getting from this doll that you have, because that's the one that you have. You don't even have the one that can have conversations with you. The intimacy you claim that you're getting is not real intimacy. It's artificial, and I'm telling you, it is going to have a negative long-term effect on you. Now, you may not want to see it because it is convenient, and that's your business. I'm not telling you you have to or you need to take my word as fact. I'm just telling you based off of knowing how humans react to these types of situations over a long period. when you don't have real human connection in your life, most times humans start to malfunction. They start getting depressed, they start getting suicidal, they start, you know, feeling like there's no reason to live because no one around them cares about them. You know, recently, I think a few days ago actually, a 14-year-old kid offed himself because he was in a relationship with an AI robot, and I think it just wasn't enough for him or something like that. I have to look into it. I might make a video about it, but anyway, that's my point there. Let's continue with what he says here. So he says, saying people who buy these robots are the same as people who pay for OnlyFans is like saying people who call the fire department when their house is on fire are the same as people who ask a waiter to cut their steak at a restaurant. It doesn't really make sense. No, you don't make sense. Dylan, you don't make sense. What you just said there was moronic. Like, how stupid do you have to be, man? Like, here's the thing. The people who buy these robots and the people who pay for OnlyFans are seeking the same thing. They want to scratch that itch. That's what they want to do. And the ones who are buying OnlyFans and pretending to be in a relationship with those OnlyFans girls are the same as the dudes who buy these dolls and pretend that they're in a relationship with these dolls. It's the same thing. It's all not real. You know, there's no real connection there. That's the point I'm making. So what you said at the end, comparing it to fire in your house and a waiter cutting your steak and all of that bullshit, it just doesn't apply, you know. So I hope you do understand that. Now, as I said before, don't go send hate to this guy. You know, he's just an individual, a different type of individual, right? What I want to say is this, like, the main point of my video is natural selection. So for people who don't know what that is, natural selection is a mechanism of evolution. Organisms that are more adapted to their environments are more likely to survive and pass on their genes that aided them in their success. This is what I'm saying. These robot or robocy situations, now they are attractive. I'm a guy, right? These are both, I thought this was a real chick, but this is actually a robot. These are attractive. I'm a guy, I could admit that, but I know I have this thing called common sense. It's a special ability, man, that tells me that there's consequences to being in a so-called relationship with one of these fake females. It's just not real, and therefore it's probably not good for me. So I'm not going to pursue something like that. I mean, also the fact that I'm married, but anyway, you get my point. If I brought home one of these, I don't know, man, you mightn't see me uploading videos anymore. Like, you might hear about it on the news. Anyway, my point is that the main thing I got from that Dylan guy's comment is convenience. That's all it is. He just wants that convenient hole to stick his meat and have a good time, you know, and he doesn't want the commitment that it would normally require you to be in a real relationship, and that's kind of sad, but it just is what it is. That's his life. He has to figure himself out. I am not here to tell him how to live or anything like that. All I can do is comment on it, you know, and I hope you guys agree with what I'm saying, because what I'm saying makes quite a lot of sense. You know, I used to make videos talking about people like Mia Khalifa. You know, she's world famous for the wrong reasons. And here's the thing, I always said this in my old videos. What she should have done is embrace her inner whore. Because she did not embrace her inner whore, she ended up with a world of regrets. So many videos of her crying on the internet about the mistakes she's made, and getting into this business was terrible for her life. People who actually know her comment on places like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram about how she is actually very, very unhappy and miserable in her real life. You know why? Because consequences creep up on you, bro. You don't think about consequences when you're having a fun time, but as time passes, they start to become way more apparent. You know, now her consequences are going to be different for a guy who is busting a bunch of nuts inside of these robotic semen extractors, right? Like these robotic semen demons. Anyway, the consequences is going to be different, but you can't easily end up like a guy like this, a dude who has no kind of motivation to do anything else really. All he feels like, you know, everything is right at his fingertips. He has no one in his life that actually cares about him. You know, like, you can easily end up in a situation like that if you decide to, I don't know, build a relationship with a plastic doll, a plastic AI doll. Let's say the AI ones have been released. I don't think that's gonna work out great for a lot of people. You know what I mean? So yeah, tell me if you agree with my takes. If you disagree, let me know why. If you do agree, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you. People with common sense are the ones I want on this channel. Go ahead and leave any comments that you have down below, and everybody else have a good rest of your day. Later.